Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Dungeons and Puzzles. It has been over a week since I last recorded this game, but I have had some time to study some old puzzles off camera in the meantime, and I have solutions for some of them. So let's go back and do them. Unfortunately, with all of these, it was basically me just kind of like fiddling around for an hour or so. In order to solve them. So now let's see if I can resolve them based on the notes that I have in front of me. But this was an especially tricky one. So I think the key move that I hadn't done previously was pulling this archer guy out early. And so if I do that, and then drag this down here. I have to get these pots over on the right-hand side as much as I can. So let's do that, and the other pot can now stay where it is. And now we can start moving monsters around to start killing them off. And so I want to go ahead and drag this goblin to the right, and then finish off the archer. And then now I can move this pot down out of the way and start focusing on the last enemy, who needs to be dragged upwards. Then the goblin can go over a couple. And then while I'm in this column, I want to go ahead and bop this guy upward again. And then he can be dragged to the right. The goblin can be killed. And then if I walk around the other side, I think this solves it. There we go. 52 moves. Room Secret 12 is complete with a par score. Hooray! Alright, so that's one of my old nemeses dealt with. I also came up with a solution to puzzle 118. Which is this puzzle. And this one I can also talk about kind of what I did. The first 7 moves basically are required. There's basically no way to start the puzzle without doing that. After that, I need to move the bottom stool to the right. So let's go ahead and do that as well. In previous attempts, I had pushed this bottom stool all the way over into the bottom corner, and it turns out that I didn't need to do that. It was costing me a move, because I got like within 1 move of the solution. But with both of these stools moved to the right, now I can move this stool upwards, which means I can finally start pulling this ogre guy around and start working on killing some enemies. However, I have 3 stools in the top row that need to get moved eventually to move the slime, and so now is the best time to do it. So I want to go up here and bop this stool over and bop this stool over. Then I can kill the ogre. Great. And then while I'm in this column, I now want to move the bottom stool in slime. So let's drag this over and this slime over. That puts me back in the column. Now where I can drag this stool over. And now I need to move the bottom slime up, which goes like this. This puts me right next to the other slime, who I can immediately move to the right by dragging him. And now I can just start bopping guys toward the exit, I believe. Yeah, so let's walk over here and kill you. Then I need to drag you downwards so that I can repeat the same kind of thing. Oops, and then this is also a key move. Rather than move to the left, I want to drag the stool out of the way of the exit to the left, because it's going to save me a move later. But now I can kill you. I'm at move 47, and since there's no stool to the south of me, I can walk directly to the exit on move 48, and that gets me a par score. Oh, baby. So yeah, a lot of fiddling around, trying to decide whether I should do the bottom slime or the top slime first, and a little bit of fidgeting with stools that each kind of like saved one move here and one move there to eventually get to a solution. Finally, this one. I actually didn't spend that much time on this one, and I came up with a great solution. I'm not sure what first gave me the insight of, what if I drag the shield all the way over here and then drag the goblin up? But for some reason, early on in my solving strategy, I decided to do that. And that is an amazing move, because watch what happens after that. Okay, so I need to move the table down twice, and then pull this table to the left. Then it's time to go after the spider. He's going to get pulled up twice. Then I'm going to bop this table to the left and go kill this dude. Great, there's our first kill. Then table up goes like that. And now here's another surprising move that I'm not sure where I got the idea for. But pull this table up and kind of trap yourself in here with this goblin dude. I guess I needed to get the table out of the way of the doorway, and it occurred to me that pulling it up here is the best way to be able to move the spider around later. And being trapped in here is not a problem, because I can simply move this table to the right, then walk down here and move the goblin to the right. And at this point, I think I can just kill the goblin, if I remember correctly. So I can just bop, 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 bop. And then, having done that, I'm now right next to the spider, which means I can drag him into the killing location. And then, despite the fact that it takes a lot of moves to walk back into a place where I can bop the spider, I can do that. And despite the fact that it takes a few more moves to walk to the exit, I still get a subpar score, 49, when I had 50 to go. And so that one gets us the little gold sparkles for doing it in -1. So those are 3 old puzzles that I finally came up with optimized solutions for. I did not look back at puzzle 116 since last time. But having done all of that, now would be a great time to look at a new puzzle. 119. We've never seen it before. We've got 2 bad guys who need to be pushed into spikes. And we can also drag things around. All right. It seems like I maybe need to start like this. And, who's getting dragged and who's getting pulled and etc. It's actually hard to, maybe I want to leave this here for now and use it as a way to get like one column over up later. Not sure if that makes any sense or not. No, I need to be able to drag pretty soon. Like, I could go ahead and, like, bop you, but it doesn't do much for me. Right? I mean, I guess I could get over here. I don't think there's any point in, like, bopping you, though. I'd want to drag you and drag the tables. Alright, so let's try what I was originally thinking then. Let's just kind of try something. If I drag this down, then I could get to here and bop this further down. I've only got 29 moves. I'm aware I'm running out of them quickly here. Then I could drag you to here. I didn't want to do that. I want to do this, which allows me to get around you and at least kill you. But I don't think I have a good way to kill the other guy. So yeah, how am I ever going to kill the little guy? Let's ignore the big guy for a moment. There's lots of tables around that I can eventually bop around to do things. The little guy. It's hard to get to directly to the right of him. And I do eventually need to either bop him from right to left or drag him right to left. So maybe it needs to be a drag move that I need to execute. So suppose I do this kind of thing again. I guess here's a point where I'm directly to the right of him. So if I go ahead and drag you over now, I'd like to drag this guy down, but I need to bop the table down first. Oops, didn't want to do that. So suppose I bop the table down first. And then now drag you down. And then bop the table. I can bop you on the way in, which is nice. This is not bad. Ooh, but I am not in the correct... I don't have a way to get to the exit now. At least not easily. I can make an ugly one by doing this. But that's a ridiculous set of moves at the end. So maybe... How am I going to play this differently so that I could... Let's restart this one. So that I could finish in the correct row to get to the exit. I guess if it's possible to... I was going to say bop the small guy down, but then I still wouldn't be in the correct row. But I would be directly above the spikes and I'd be able to bop into them. Oops. Don't do that. So once again, if I pull this down... Also, if I could leave the table there... I don't think there's a way to leave the table there and do all the things I need to do, though. Unless I pull the... maybe if I am pulling the table... Hold on. What if I do this? Pull that table here. Oh, then I won't be able to bop this guy from the north. Yeah, that actually is not good at all. Okay, so what if I pull you like I did before, pull you down without moving that table, and then there's not a lot I can do. Oh, I could pull you. Hold on. So I could now bop this to the left. I don't think it matters if I bop it again. And now I can drag you to the left. It does matter if I bop it again because I actually want to leave it here so that I'll be able to walk into it in a moment. That moment being now. Because now I can bop you south. Hey, look at this! I solved it in 26 when I had 29 moves. I'm not sure exactly what I did, but it's a -3 and I'm going to take it. Woo! Okay. So far today is going swimmingly. Room 120. We got to be getting close to the end. The killing spot is in the upper left. There is a stool. I need to get the middle spider out. And that looks difficult. Because I'd have to, like, get around him and bop him or pull him up. Suppose I just pull him up. Eventually I need to get south and bop him, though. So, if I want to get south and bop him, it seems like I probably have to send somebody in the wrong direction. So let's just accept this for a moment and deal with the consequences later in terms of move count. Hold on. So, now that he's out of the way, now I can pull you over, which enables me to kill you and you. But now it's going to take a gazillion moves to... That's assuming I can even get on all the sides I need to be on to get you, I think. Which I can do. It's not awful, but we're not going to do it in our par. Because I'd have to do this, then walk around. And yeah, then once again, killing below. I'm not in the best spot. Yeah, I'm in an awful spot. Try to get to the exit now. It's not awful, actually. Because I could do this, and then go this way. 44 for 36. Okay, not great. But it does show a solution. It occurs to me I could have bopped the left little spider downward in order to pull the one spider across. So suppose I did that. So suppose I do something like this. So if I bop you down, I could pull you this way. But I don't have a way to get below this whole mess. Yeah, the right spider would have to be all the way out. Is there a way to get the right spider all the way out of the way? Somehow? I don't think so. I can't get him any farther north. Yeah, one of these spiders has to be pushed all the way down to the south wall, I think. Alright, well, suppose it is this spider who gets pushed all the way down to the south wall. The problem is now, yeah, that spider's no good because I still needed to pull this spider this way, and he blocks the way to get to the south of him. So it's got to be the right spider. Okay. So I think what I kind of did the first time around made the most sense, maybe, which is I need to bop you down so that I can get around. And then the other spider needs to go up. Could I have pulled the other spider up already? Yes, but I'd still need to get south of him. So yeah, this still feels bad in terms of the number of moves it takes, but right now it's the only way that I see to get the big spider out of here and be able to kill him. And so in terms of move counts, at move 20, I managed to kill the big spider. And so now the other spider. Can I use the stool somehow to make things more efficient? One imagines, possibly. Imagination. I suppose if I pull you up, one, then I could start bopping you from the south. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I could go ahead and pull you up here. Is there any way for me to get into that row? Not really. Is there another time I could have moved the stool where things would have been in my favor? Yeah, there might be another time where I could move the stool where things would be in my favor. For example, from here, suppose I pulled the stool up. And why did I want to do that? Let's imagine there was a reason. Then, if I pull you up, what does this change? I feel like it changed something. It did not change something. In fact, it made it worse. Okay. After killing this guy in move 20, there was another opportunity to move the stool to the right. I was thinking about what if I moved the stool to the right, but the last time I could have done that would have been here. So let's go ahead and move the stool one to the right and see if that somehow works favorably for a solution. Then I need to go here and here. Drag you. Oops. Bop you. And now Yeah, so something that could work differently here now is if I walk here, oops, and then bop, bop. Now I could pull you this way, and then bop you. It's still taking way too many moves, but it might be fewer moves than before. And no, actually it's not. Alright, and this also gives me a way to get into that column a little bit quicker. If I had just bopped the big spider to the north like I did on move 20, I would be in the correct column, correct? Or the correct row. That wasn't on move 20 anymore, but yeah. So maybe I want to kill the big spider last. So is there a way that I can kill the other little spider before going after the big spider? Okay, that's my next question. So, from here, suppose I go after the little spider. Which probably means dragging him here. And then, do I need this stool anywhere? Right now, let's imagine no. Oh, it's so many moves to get the spider over. Yeah, it's just too many moves. That said, then I would be in position to just walk out the door. This is actually cheaper than it was before, 43 rather than 44. So that's a slight improvement. So the question is, how can we kill that spider faster? And is it possible to pull him up into the corner? I mean, no, it's just not. He has to go downward. I'm very convinced. And in order to move him downward, I need to have already picked up the shield, so I might as well do this. So it feels like that's a fine first set of moves. And the only reason we moved him into the corner was so that we could get south of the other little spider, who definitely needs to move. No, hold on. Another thought hit me. Which is... Which is what? That I could bop you all the way over here. And then... No, I still can't kill the big spider without having an opening on the right. Because whenever I pull the big spider over, he's going to be blocking all the way around there. And there's no way to pull him north. I have to be to the south of him. The only way to get to the south of him is where the little spider on the right is. Okay. So, little spider on the right, definitely 100% has to go south. So, once again, this has to be our starting moves, or at least our moves somewhere along the way. Now, it takes me a lot of moves to get south of the little spider. And I don't see a way around that. There's nothing for me to kind of work with here. Yeah, it seems like that's as fast as I can get south of the little spider. So that's at move 10. However, taking this move, I could have pulled this guy to the right, which might be something. Eventually needs to move to the left. I said pull him to the right. Pull him from the right. Eventually needs to move left, so maybe going ahead and getting some of that done now is good for me. Because now I can do this. And now can I kill two birds with one stone? Not exactly. Perhaps not at all. Because now you can only be bopped to there. But I can kill you there. And then I guess pull you to the north. And then, ideally, I'd like you to be one more to the left. Could I have made that happen somewhere else? I don't think so. Yeah, and this is still taking too many moves. And even if I were somehow in the correct location, yeah. Okay, so back when we still had the big spider alive. If the stool were not there and I could push the little spider all the way into the corner, then this would have gone a whole lot faster. Was there an opportunity to move the stool to the north? Not while the big spider was still in the way. So I think the answer is no. Unless I would also be... Yes, I don't think that works. It occurs to me I could go ahead and pull the spider over now before I kill this guy. Yes, that's definitely a better thing to do. So that's a little optimization. So how much does that actually save me? Hold on. Ooh, I could use the stool like this to get to the north of you and start pulling you. That might be useful. However, now I don't have the stool somewhere I kind of need it. Because now I can't get to the sides of you I need to be on. Yeah. Suppose... Okay, so I bopped you. I pulled you so that I could bump against this. So that I could be in the spider's column. However, now I need to eventually get either right or below this spider. And there's no convenient way to ever do either of those moves. I kind of liked most of the rest of this, though. Is there some other way I could use the stool? And is there a better way? Like, it still feels... After I bop this guy to the south, it still feels like I do, like, infinity moves before I get anywhere again. Something I just saw, forget about the move count for just a second, is that if I had bopped this guy to the south already, then that means I would be able to walk into this section. Well, no, hold on. It means I could have already pulled this guy over. Then I could walk into this section. I could pull this guy over as well. Bop you to your doom. And then, what? I mean, I guess I could do this move again. And then, I guess I could bop you, but now there's kind of a stool in the way. So you're getting close to your doom. But how am I ever gonna... The stool is kind of in the way of the other guy now. And if I didn't bop you, and instead just went to the north of you, I could drag you up. Now you're in a killable location. I can drag you up again. Yeah, but there's still no way to finish off the bottom spider. That doesn't involve a gazillion moves. Yeah, so I feel like that doesn't quite work either. Anything else super clever I can do? So, again, the problem that I have right now is the next move I would like to do is push the little spider upward. And unfortunately, it takes me 1, 2, 3, 4 moves just to get into his column to execute that. And that feels bad. And also I walked near this stool a couple of times. I'm not sure if I should have done something. And also I should have already pulled the spider over. No, because yeah, if he's just going up, then I don't pull the spider over until he's gone all the way up. There's no way to move the stool north until the big spider moves. And the only move I can do on this corner spider that might be of use eventually is that one, which is what we're looking at. So I can go ahead and pull you over. I can go ahead and kill you, why not? Yeah, if the stool weren't there in the bottom corner, I could bop you again and then bop the big spider to the north and be close-ish to a solution. But the stool is there and it's wrecking everything. The only thing it helps with is that. But this is exactly where we've been before. And now it just takes me a gazillion moves, right? Because what could I even do to get back into your column or row? I guess I could do this. Yeah, but this is still taking even more moves than it did before. So I don't think I'm having the insight that I need on this one. Is there any other way to look at this? Next to the big spider, the little spider has to move out of the way for the big spider to eventually move right and then up. In order for the big spider to move up, I have to be to the south of them. In order to get to the south of them, I guess I don't recall. No, I think I did try this. But just remind me, if I bop this guy all the way down, right, I can get to the south of the big spider, but the problem is I hadn't pulled him to the right yet. And so he's not in a killing position, and if I do pull him to the right, then I can't get to the south of everybody. Right, and so that's, for the 5th time, why the little spider on the right has to move south. It's the only possible way to do this. Actually, is that true? Hold on. One other thought has occurred to me. Suppose this guy came up. And then he came over. That's different. That's actually quite different. This could have some promise. So at this point, I can start doing a bop, 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 bop. The problem is he's blocking the big spider from going anywhere. I have to drag the big spider to the right, and the only place I can do it is right over here, and this guy just got in the way. Alright, I see that that's a problem. I'm going to choose to ignore it for just a moment, just to see if this goes anywhere still. No, because now I can't really get at that guy. If instead... What if I keep focusing on this guy? Is there a way to keep focusing on this guy? I don't know that there is. What if I focus on the big spider right from the outset? So what if... Well, if I do this, then the problem is I can't get to the south end and can't do anything again. Yeah. The whole reason I was looking at this move was it gave me access to the south end of the puzzle. And did I ever need to bop that guy to the south? Suppose... Okay, here's one other thing to look at. What if... Yeah, this could be interesting. I do this. Yeah, what if I do this? And then put you here, And then pull this around. Because now I can kill you and then drag you. This is at least different. Yeah, this is pretty different. Alright, this is going to be better. And I could have had the stool moved at some point. Yeah, okay. So what did I do there? I think I could do this even better. So did I need to pull you over in the first place? Yes, because I did that. Okay, so after I pulled this guy up, we're going to kill this guy. Bop you back around. Pull you over. No, I needed to circle around. Yes, I remember now. And let's also move this stool here, I think, for reasons. Bop you into the corner. Pull you. Then I can bop you. Pull you. Bop, bop. It's better. It brought it down to 39. I'll have to look at it off camera before next time. I feel like I'm getting close to something there, but I don't think we have time to finish it in this episode. All right, but we managed to solve a new puzzle. We managed to get a substandard solution to a new puzzle and conquer 3 old puzzles that I hadn't yet optimized. So that's good progress. And yeah, I do think the very bottom section down there might be the end of the game somewhere. All right, things to look forward to. I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon for more Dungeons and Puzzles. For now, bye-bye.